The Great Gatsby was written in 1925 by F. Scott Fitzgerald. It was set in New York City during the American Jazz Age. The original cover art is one of the most celebrated pieces of jacket art in American history. It was painted by Francis Cugat and was finished before the novel was, and Fitzgerald wrote it into the story. The face in the art is a representation of Daisy Buchanan. Her face has been described as floating along the darkness. The 1920s was known for being an era of prosperity. Ford Motor Company had many new workers during this period. Automobiles were being produced in record numbers, bringing new methods of transportation to the city. There were so many people migrating to the city, many of them black, who were in search for opportunity and found it in New York. Yet this new population of people caused a labor surplus. This meant that there were few wage increases and insecurity within their job. He smiled understandingly, much more than understandingly. It was one of those rare smiles with a quality of eternal reassurance in it that you may come across 4 or 5 times in life. It faced, or seemed to face, the whole external world for an instant, and then concentrated on you with an irresistible prejudice in your favor. It understood you just as far as you wanted to be understood, believed in you as you would like to believe in yourself, and assured you that it had precisely the impression of you that, at your best, you hoped to convey. Daisy Buchanan. New York City was a huge hub for music and theater during the 1920s. Broadway was a gathering place for socializing, play watching, and eating. But Harlem was a place where music came alive. Black singers such as Bessie Smith and Ma Rainey made their marks in clubs such as the Cotton Club in Harlem. They sang the blues and became famous for their unique sounds. These singers gave Harlem and New York a reputation for being one of the foremost entertainment sites in the country. And as I sat there, brooding on the old, unknown world, I thought of Gatsby's wonder when he first picked out Daisy's light at the end of his dock. He had come such a long way to this blue lawn, and his dream must have seemed so close he could hardly fail to grasp it. But what he did not know was that it was already behind him, somewhere in the vast obscurity beyond the city, where the dark fields of the Republic rolled on under the night. Nick Carraway. The Great Gatsby continues to be one of the most remarkable pieces of literature ever written to date. The story of the American dream is so intricately woven through the pages that the reader becomes infused with the novel itself. Time will continue to move on, but the jazz age of the 1920s and the Great Gatsby will continue to marvel readers for centuries.